So let me get this straight. We're throwing more food down, and this is female piss to make the male come in?
Correct.
So all these years that I've been taking a leak outdoors, little did I know that if there were females around, they would have smelled that. They'd have been attracted to me. And I was wasting so much money going to the bars, man. Damn!
One tip that I will share that none of you, and I swear nobody on the internet is telling you. Firsties. We've got another episode for you. I've got to go down to the deer plot and refeed it. I forgot my batteries. Batteries died and the deer ate everything over the weekend. So we got to go down there, like 2 bags of corn, and just lay it out there and then put all the other stuff on it. And I got to put some batteries in the trail cam because it died. So we haven't been able to see what's going on since Saturday. Saturday was like half gone, so I'm willing to bet it's cleaned out right now. I refletched a bunch of arrows over the weekend. I just used a quick fletch. It wasn't anything crazy. I don't have you know what I'm talking about, some things, fletching clamp or whatever. So quick fletch it is. The cool thing about that, I will say, is, you know, depending on your arrow straightness, all of the arrows, as long as you do them right, and like I'll put my one color fletching up with like the seam of the rest of it on every arrow so they're all the same. At least you have similarities there, right? So life lessons. And I might even dangle today. I'm gonna bring some rods and might have some time to just kind of dangle out. We've got a long drive, as you know. I know it's dark here. So let's get to it. All right, we just made a pit stop. Just keep in mind, this is not my favorite place to go to for corn, but there's no feed stores on the way to this specific property. So you got to make do with what you got. I mean, they have a plethora. They have stuff. So let's get moving. What's going on? So got to the property, and while I'm waiting for Iron Mike to come, I think I'm gonna do a little dangle here because I've got a track straight down to this little area where you can see straight through the water now. Not saying there's gonna be fish here, but it's worth a dangle. And I think this is the path that the deer are taking too, so it's nice to kind of, oh yeah, this is their trail. Hold on, look at that, wee all the way through. I don't really want to be walking in or around their trail, but it is broad daylight, and I know they say to spook them at night, but we're not spooking anything. We're coming down here to dangle. Look at this place, man. Okay, so for reference, this is wild to me. Get down here so I don't bust the cap. So they lower the water here. Ooh, I see a bass right there. Okay, we might have a little fun here. But they lower the water down like 10 to 15 feet. So you can see all the water lines. It almost goes all the way up to the thing, all the way around. I find that to be extremely crazy, but I don't know what I want to throw first. There's some bluegills. Should have brought the damn crappie rig. I think I might try the frog first and see what we get. I think it's gonna be a crankbait deal. So let's set her up. Absolutely beautiful. Does anybody take long drives in their playlist? Just runs wild, and you're hearing every generation. I just drove an hour and a half, and I literally heard everything from Limp Bizkit to Mac Miller to Kevin Gates to Granddaddy's Gun. It was wild. I was like, wow. I have a lot of different things on here. Let's go. I don't know if you can see this. Big boy. They're here. They are here. This is where they are hanging out. Let me get back in it. come on, tripod. Don't do me dirty now. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. Yeah. Hook yourself too good, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. First one. Firsties. That's about. Oh yeah. Need to get back. I think I scared them away. Plucked one out, and they were like, "Let's go! We're out of here." Can't be it though, right? Like they live back here. I see all the bluegills. They be coming over here to feed. All of them. Seems like they have all noticed me. They're all sitting over here, just chilling. I'm gonna take a walk. Okie dokie. I think I caught him out. I really want to try over here, but I don't want to lose my damn crankbait. Let's go take a look. Listen. Look at this. I just saw like 3 tanks come out of there. Tanks. I'm gonna try and get them. No step. There are some massive bluegills in here.
Look at this bad boy.
Like a hawk. So I stepped a little too far. And that went in the water. Look at this. Covered. That's okay if we get a big boy. Okay. I need to go get my crankbait because this water is too clear for frogs. So enjoy me not busting ass. At least I found it. It's like walking on a damn mountainside over here. You know, I think I got lucky with the one, so we're gonna call it what it is. Seriously, is there anything better just being out in nature? I don't think there is. Really don't think there is. Although I'd love to not hear the saws. It's okay. You know, all I could wish for is one more. Just one more. You know, just one, just one, just one. I'm not asking for a lot, am I? Well, I'm confident that if I brought a worm or a lizard, I could have dropped it right in their little hole and just plucked them out. I mean, I swear, there was bass, maybe 2 or 3 of them that big that just kind of swam out. And then I seen freaking bluegills come by around honkers. We'll come back. We'll come back down here because I think this is gonna be a little honey hole if we bring the bluegill set up. But there is a rock right here, and that rock literally is what they're hiding under. So we've got other work to do here. We've got to go set up the plot, re-battery the camera, and meet up with Iron Mike. So and fight off the indigenous freaking whatever they are. So let's go get it. Doesn't look like much, but let's go. Well, waiting for Michael to reconnect his garage door, then we're gonna head out to the plot. Look at this view though. Quite the view, ain't it? Quite the view. Imagine putting a deer down, being able to just go down to the lake and rinse your hands off. Yeah, buddy. Alright, well, he's got a bunch of configuring to do. I might head out there and start swapping everything that needs to be swapped. And laying down some corn. But first, gotta get my True Daves on. What's going on, guys? We're out here filling deer plots, walking through the woods, and today I'm using the True Dave. They are grippy, as you can tell. We're putting in the work. This is the gray men's, I think. They've got the orange liner, they've got the adjustable back strap, and super comfy, super comfy. I've got a couple other pairs of hunting boots. I've got a pair of Irish setters, I've got some Justins, and I have another pair that I just bought God knows how long ago. These by far are the comfiest ones I've put on yet. They fit really well. They're true to size. I'm a size 10 foot. I know it's small, but that's what I am. And these are a size 10 boot, and they fit perfect. The one thing I like about them is you don't really move inside the boot. It really keeps you where the top of the ankle is and how snug it is. It really keeps your feet in place. And I'm going to be using them, you know, anytime we go into the woods and we have to trek. Kind of slightly snake boots too. So if you're interested in getting a pair, go to truedave.com. That's TRUDAVE.com. Get yourself a pair. They did not pay me. They sent me these boots just to review and to work in. I said, hey man, let's do it. You know, what could it hurt? Hunting gear is so expensive nowadays. Anything you buy, the Kuau, the Sitka, First Light, whatever you're gonna get is expensive, and these guys come in at a reasonable price. So not cheap, not expensive, but well worth the money, and I think we'll be partners for a while now. They have waders, they have boat boots, they have, you know, all those types. Go check them out, see what you can get. I'll put my link in the description if you want to check it out. Go get yourself a pair. All right, so this is beautiful because they got a lot of work going on, so we ain't disturbing anything, but of course my boots are all the way in the back of the truck, so you know what we gotta do. Got so much stuff in my pockets. We're gonna dive in. Man, it's hot down here. Oh no, I'm losing my batteries. Oh no. I need those. It smells like deer piss. Ugh. Okay, that was eventful. But let's get our True Daves on, because that's what we walk through the woods with, so we don't get bit by snakes. Again, shout out to True Dave for sending us boots. We are partnering together now, and my code is in the description if you want to grab them. I think I said they were 120 something last time, but I correct myself. They are like 80 or 90 bucks, but let's get the corn. I've got the batteries. Let's go refeed. We have to make a couple trips back here because I don't have any extra hands today. So let's get to walking. And I'm making some noise, but I don't think that's going to spook anything because the guys are working there, so I would have to say we're good, but we gotta trek through these woods a little bit and get down to where we are at. Alright, so this was one of my fears, is we couldn't see anything on camera because the cameras went down. And look at this place. Cleaned out. Cleaned out. There isn't one piece of corn, and they have been looking for more. The rock is still there, which is good, but man, they cleaned it out. So in order to prevent that and having to come down here every single week, because you know we all have jobs and vacations and stuff, I'm going to lay down 2.5 bags of corn and a full bag of nuggets, and I think that's going to give us what we need. I could take a little extra and just. Now that that's done, so some tips for when you're coming into the woods into a spot. One is keep a designated pair of boots. I cannot stress that enough. You don't want to be wearing boots that you're walking around, in the city with. My experience. So I've set a lot of these with buddies and people, and my uncle in particular. And one of the things I can say is, if you're wearing boots you wear in the city or around your house or whatever, that is literally going to carry all of those scents in, and deer can smell anything. They can hear anything. I'm sure they're listening to me right now and smelling me. So you want to have a designated pair of boots that you only use for going in the woods, so that your scent isn't being carried through the woods. You don't want to bring anything else in here than what you need. That's all you want to bring in. Other than that, just do your thing and get out, so it doesn't look like you've disturbed anything. We got to swap out these batteries. So these particular cameras, I'm using the Moultrie Edges. They take 8 batteries on each side. You can use one side if you're not planning on having a lot of, capturing. If you like, let's say you set your settings to like relaying to your phone every 3 hours and 30-second clips or 15-second clips or whatever, just because you want to see what's going on, these will last a really long time, especially on one side. Last year I did one side all the time, and I didn't even go through any batteries because I set it so low that if a big buck came into the area or whatever, then it would alert me. This is a little different because there's literally deer here all day, like all day long. So we have to set it with both sides, and it's almost like the amount of pictures and videos it's taking, it's like every 3 weeks I got to change the batteries out. So keep that in mind when you're setting up to do all of this, that this is not free. It is not cheap, and it really does cost a lot of money. That's why so much goes into deer hunting, and that's why so much is invested with people who spend thousands of dollars to hunt these deer. It is not a cheap sport, but is a very, very fulfilling sport. So we're gonna get all these out, swap them out, get the camera back online, and start fresh. We got Iron Mike coming with some more feed, who's finally gonna make an appearance on here. Again, you guys don't want to be kneeling down like this. I'm kind of doing this just to make a video, and I know that these deer aren't gonna be spooked because they are used to all the people in the area. But if you're in a very secluded area, don't be doing this. Stay on your feet and stay as mobile as you can, because you literally want to get in and get out. But again, I've been tracking these deer. I know what they're acting like, and I know that they'll come up to our door over here and good to go. So the other thing is too, within a day or two, the scent will wash. Usually it rains, morning dew, whatever. If you set a plot and you don't see any deer come back right away, just give it some time. The morning dew will kind of, rinse everything just a hair, and you'll be good to go. But let's get the pack back in. All right, battery's set, and she is back on, and look who decided to join us.
What's that? Well, so let me get this straight. We're throwing more food down, and this is female piss to make the male come in?
Correct.
So all these years that I've been taking a leak outdoors, little did I know that if there were females around, they would have smelled that. They'd have been attracted to me. And I was wasting so much money going to the bars, man. Damn!
Leave it to him. Here's what we gotta do. Oh, you didn't grab the red jug? No, the juice.
I'll go get it.
Okay, we need that because we need to make sure that we have enough here.
Okay.
They cleared this thing, dude.
Did you just put that down?
Yeah.
Like today?
They cleared it.
So this literally right now we're looking at, this is a buffet. This is deer buffet, right?
Buffet of what?
What's that?
Buffet of what?
Well, a buffet for them, which is going to turn into a buffet for us. Don't you love how Mother Nature works its way out?
It does. It really does.
The deer feed, we feed them, then we feed off them.
We're just being very good citizens.
That's all it is.
We're feeding them high-end food.
We really are.
Like I was telling these guys before, you know?
Yeah.
I was telling them before that, like, we are spending so much money just feeding these deer. That's it, dude.
Oh yeah.
Just feeding the deer.
Well, I mean, what do they say? No good deed goes unpunished.
Oh, they're getting punished.
I was going to say, there's so...
Hopefully it's a kill shot, right? Like, that's what we want. We want one and done.
Yeah.
We don't want lung shots. We don't want stomach shots. We want a kill shot.
We're not looking to maim. We're looking to make...
And I'm sorry, but you're going to have to learn how to use a compound bow.
Well, we're probably going to have some practice, aren't we?
Yeah, you're going to have to learn how to use a compound bow.
Okay. Well, when are we
blew
when is
that
going to be
thing
the...
up. I don't know if you guys were watching my TikTok live on Sunday, but I blew my compound bow. Crossbow. Yeah, I blew it up.
It's broken?
Yeah, it's done.
Well, then why don't we make a video for the good 500 people that are watching there of you and I going to the store and me buying one of my own?
I can show you which one to buy.
Well, why don't we just go do it and film the damn thing?
Yeah, we should.
Okay, where do you get
Okay,
it from?
let's do it.
Sporting goods store?
Bass Pro Shop.
Bass Pro Shops. They both kill the same. One's
Yes.
just bigger.
Yes. So here's the rule of thumb. My uncle always told me, go to Walmart and buy the cheapest crossbow. He put down 4 deer in 1 year with a $200 crossbow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can that be done? Should we do it to say that we did?
So I think, what's your budget?
Well, I mean, I don't know. It depends. What are we talking about?
That one I bought was like $390.
Yeah, we could buy $390.
So the newer version,
Yeah.
the arms,
Yeah.
they taper in.
Okay.
So it's like, instead of it being like this wide, it's like this wide.
Okay, how much does it cost going from here to here? What's the difference?
Well, I mean, $150.
I wouldn't care. For $150, I don't care if it's not this wide and it's this wide.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
fine.
and you got to shoot it to see which one you like.
Right.
Yeah.
You get to shoot it at the store?
You can, yeah. Yeah, you can shoot it there.
Well, why don't you tell them? Coming soon. Actually, because there were some folks on my channel that watched your channel
Yeah.
that asked me questions about this channel.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, I really was enjoying that, but I wanted to watch you guys talking more about using the crossbow, how it works, and shooting it. So we could do a whole thing where we take them from conception to purchase to battlefield. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Well, stay tuned. One of our videos will be buying a crossbow and setting it up.
Hey, tell your good people, it was great talking to everybody today, but I'm going right now to get a jug of what?
Jug of juice.
Well, I don't know
It's
what that
called
means.
buck jam. It's like jam that was made for bucks, and you pour it on the ground and it seeps in, and it's just an extra. There may not be any science to this, and
Okay.
I gotta stop yelling because they can probably hear me. Dude, the last time. Okay, listen.
They're not dolphins, dude. They're not going to
Dude.
be, oh, we know what they're saying.
No, they know. When I set this plot last week, and I called you and got in the truck, literally from walking to the truck, taking off my True Daves. Thanks, True Dave, for giving me some boots.
Hey, True Dave, y'all make size 15s because these are just some cheapos that I got at, I think, Tractor Supply Plus. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to get you a pair.
Yeah. You
call
want to
my
sell
guy.
15s, I'll be your 15 spokesperson.
Oh
You were
my
saying.
God. Yeah. So I got in the truck and called you, and by the time I walked from here to the truck and got in, they were already back eating. So literally, they may have went down and just were getting some water, taking a water break, waiting for me to refeed it.
Speaking of water, so that being said, I'm just telling you what I've heard. Now, real hunters out there, disprove me if I'm wrong, but I've been told that if you shoot a deer, especially with an arrow and it's not dead, they always want to go to the water. So that being said, if they know that's where it's from, there's a good chance that, I know you were hoping they'd run up the hill and bleed out some more. Damn, mosquitoes out here. But there's a good chance they'll just go back down there and we'll just have to walk down and get them and drag them up a very, very steep hill.
Good thing is you have a nice trail that goes down there, because I just went down and caught a nice bass. So, yeah.
Well, maybe what we should do is, coming soon this fall, is Daniel and I cutting logs and making a little staircase going down there. Might have to do that. If that's going to be the honey hole and where we get deer, that's a very valuable staircase.
There's a rock out there. So there's 2 rocks along the side of where,
Where you be standing.
off the corner of your house, if you look straight to the water, there's 2 rocks.
I'm aware of where those are.
The bass are all underneath it. all underneath it, bro. I was luring them out, and I'm talking honkers were coming out of there. And then as I'm sitting there casting, 2 massive bluegills just coasted past.
Now that is a sandwich.
Nothing's eating though. You know, I caught one little bass. He was like maybe half a pound, but I mean, he was still like that big.
Bluegill.
Dude, he hit it right away too. I threw that bitch across to Karen's, and I just whipped Karen right out of. Yeah, dude, it was great.
Well, here's the deal. I know that you and I are different on this approach, but I would much rather. And again, every bass fisherman in the world is going to hate me for saying this, but maybe it's because I'm from the Great Lakes and we eat what we catch. I'd rather catch 2 massive bluegill than the biggest bass in the world because we don't eat bass where I'm from.
Everybody here. Yes.
Right. I'd rather eat them, and I mean, bluegill are delicious.
Yeah. No, all we need to do is I'll come one day with my bluegill setups, and we'll
Bluegill rig.
We'll dangle and pluck, dangle and pluck.
And then you can show them how we have a good old-fashioned upper Midwest fish fry.
Yeah.
Because we'll clean those puppies. I'll batter them up, fry them. Oh yeah.
We got to eat the tails though.
They're like chips.
Yeah, we got to eat the tails.
Yep.
All right, let me.
I'll go get you,
All right. So while we wait for him, like I said, you want to make sure that you are not doing this. I am kneeling down and putting my scent on the ground. It's kind of like it's really just leaving your scent. That's really all it is. I'm trying to relate it to something. There's nothing I can relate it to. We have like designated buckets. We take the feed from the store straight to the woods. Some people, they get, again, this probably applies when you're like deep in the woods, and like if it's dry time and it's not gonna rain and it's a moderate temperature where like you're not gonna have any dew or anything of that nature. Some people will spray everything down with scent spray. I really don't see a purpose in that. Plot that I set up last year, we were driving tractors through and building houses around, and didn't bother them at all. And I think it's cool because they're very used to everybody being here. So us being out here isn't really making any kind of disturbance in their minds. They're probably off at the water drinking, or they're back in the thicket across Karen's house. So we're gonna get the rest of the feed down and pour some buck jam on it, pour some buck jam around, and then I'm gonna scent the fake scrape. And yeah, man, we got the camera back online. I think it's already recording and sending to me. Yep, she's working. Beautiful, beautiful. Back online. Okay, so all you hunters out there, all you guys getting in the woods, everybody that's kind of doing this for fun and for hobby and for a livelihood, one tip that I will share that none of you, and I swear nobody on the internet is telling you: poison ivy. It's a massive problem, right? Going up trees, you're climbing stuff, you're trying to rip it off trees, all that stuff, right? One tip: there's a homeopathic remedy called Rhus Tox. Rhustox. You pop 2 balls in your mouth, let it dissolve, and if you do that and you go into the woods, I can almost 99% guarantee you will not get poison ivy. Take my word for it. Go give it a shot. But it's my little fun tip that I have that nobody else does, and I can tell you this because I literally felt like I was getting poison ivy. It was starting to itch and everything. Popped a couple of those babies. Boom. Never even came. Just a little tidbit. Let's get back to this. right, so the last thing I'm gonna do today is, so we got the corn down, we've got the nuggets down, we've got all the rice bran down, and we put the jam down. I know we didn't record it, but hey, no big deal. Yeah, I could probably pull it out from there. So last thing I'm gonna do is set up this fake scrape. I set it up last time. I don't think I put enough piss on it, so I'm gonna put a bunch more on it today. And hopefully in time, we can see some footage of the bucks coming in and playing with that. That's the whole goal, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and just really use this up. We really want this soaked. Maybe do one of these here, squeeze it in there. Just all nice, like all up in the belly buttons.
Real nice, Clark.
Yep.
Real nice.
Beautiful. All right, that is dripping. That is stinky and drippy.
It is stinky.
All right, guys, that's it for this one. Iron Mike made an appearance, finally.
Yeah.
We've got the deer plot set, everything rolling. Look at this, the flies are already on it.
Yep.
They don't even care.
They don't care.
So stay tuned for the next one. I think we're gonna do a buy a bow, shoot a bow, tune a bow. And then hopefully in 2 weeks, we've got a deer video, because that's when season opens. So stay tuned, catch you on the next one.